going to do a review today. I feel like my review is a little late, but the reason why my review is so late is because I just recently got these polishes. I haven't even had them for 2 weeks yet. They have not shown up anywhere, and I know a lot of other people have been having this problem. I'm talking about the Nicole by OPI Roughles collection. And this has been a difficult collection for most people to find, it seems. I finally found mine at Kmart, and like I said, I haven't even had them for 2 weeks yet, and I know that Kmart just recently put them out because one, I was at Kmart not too long ago, and two, the display was completely untouched, so no one had purchased any polishes yet. I have also heard from some friends of mine in other states or just other YouTubers that they have found them also at Meijer's. I don't have Meijer's here in Colorado, so I wasn't able to go to one, which is why I was like, I can't find them. And I have found them on Amazon now, but they're a little bit more expensive and the shipping's kind of high, at least on the ones that I found so far. So they're still a little bit difficult to find, but if you have a Kmart, which is, you know, a little bit more readily available than Meijer's, I think, go check out your Kmart's and see if they have them there. And then hopefully this collection will start to show up in other places too. So do not fret, do not completely panic yet. Keep your eye out for them because hopefully they will show up near you. I did end up purchasing all 4 colors in this collection, so what I want to do first is talk about each of the colors and show you my swatches and stuff, and then after that we will discuss the formula and the rest of my review. So like I mentioned, there are 4 different shades in this collection, and what is so unique about this collection and why everybody has been like panicking to find them is the fact that they are matte colors, but they have speckles of other colors in them, so it's not just one flat shade. So there's no shimmer, there's no glitter in any of these. It is just, you know, a matte color, but those other speckles in it kind of act like glitter in a way and really give it like a completely different look and a different dimension instead of just that flat uniform color. So this first shade here is called Rock the Look, and this is a pink textured polish, obviously, and the speckles I see in this one are either really dark blue or black and red. So you kind of get, you know, the red is almost the same shade as the pink, but then you have that really darker color too that gives it a nice contrast. And this is, you know, kind of a mid-tone pink, I would call this. It's not like a baby pink. It is a bit of a deeper, darker pink. This next shade here is called On What Grounds, and this I would consider to be like a robin's egg blue or a Tiffany blue shade, and this has blue and black speckles in this one. Again, I would kind of call this like a mid-tone. It's not really like super pastel-y or like a light blue. It is more like of a mid-tone robin's egg blue. This next one is a yellow polish, and this one is called Sand in My Shoe, and the only color speckle that I can see in this one is orange, but it has a lot of orange, so it's not sparse. It does have a lot of the orange speckle in it. And this one, while I would still call this a mid-tone yellow, it is a little bit of a softer, more pastel-y yellow, so it's not quite super deep and dark. It is a little bit lighter. And the last one I have here is called I'm Stucco On You, and this is a purple shade with blue and red speckles in it. And this purple, again, is kind of like the yellow, whereas I would consider this to be like kind of a mid-tone lavender, but it is a little bit lighter, not quite so deep and dark, but it is like a lighter lavender purple shade. And one thing I want to mention too about all 4 of these is that when I first saw swatches on the internet of this, honestly, the first thing that came to mind was like speckled Easter eggs and completely and totally spring. These are, I think this is like the perfect spring collection. It's different. It's not just your normal type of polishes. Those speckles of color in there really give it a different look, and it just looks like Easter eggs. I think they are so cool, and they're just such fun colors, and you get a nice shade range. It's not like they included a pink and a red or like a blue and a green. They really give you like different colors, and I love this collection. So I have done a manicure with these twice. The first time I used On What Ground, which was the blue, I used this on all of my nails. And then the other time I did the manicure, I did a Skittles manicure with all 4 of the colors, so I wore all of them on my nails. The first time I wore the polish with the blue, I had that manicure on for right around a week. And then the second time I wore it, I'm thinking like 5 days, maybe 4 or 5 days, I wore it the second time. So, you know, I've worn it twice. I've worn them for a considerable amount of length for both times, so I can really kind of give you my opinion on the wear. But let's talk about the formula first. Formula is awesome, guys. I really, really love it. They all were completely opaque in 2 coats. They are thicker, but they are texture polishes, so it's expected to be thicker, but they're not so thick that they're hard to work with. They're actually a little bit runnier than what I thought they would have been, and when they first set on your nail and as they start to dry, you're kind of like, I don't know if this is going to be textured, but then as they dry, the texture really starts to come through and you can honestly see the transformation in terms of it being a little bit more flat, and then as it dries, you can see the roughness come out. I really feel that the formula was the same on all of them except for the pink. I feel that the pink is a touch bit harder to work with. It seems a touch thicker and seems like it gets a little gloopy on the second coat. Now all of them do get a little bit thicker and a little bit harder to apply on the second coat, but I feel that this one was just a little bit worse than the others. Still not horrible by any means and still something you can work with, but I do just want you to be aware that on the second coat, you do need to have a little bit more polish on your brush so that you can really get it evenly on your nail, because it does just kind of stick a little bit more. It kind of adheres to that bottom layer and is a little bit harder to spread on your nail since you don't have a completely flat surface like how you did with the first coat. But still, it's nothing horrible. It's, you know, easy to apply. And one thing that I really like about texture polishes in general is you really don't have much cleanup, because it's easy to kind of keep those lines where you want them to be because it is thicker, it's not really runny, and you know, just it kind of stays in place wherever you put it. Wear time on these polishes was phenomenal too. You do get some, you know, wearing down of the texture the longer you wear it, and I did notice it more on like my right hand as opposed to my left hand or fingers that I use more often. The first time that I wore it on my thumb on my right hand, by like the 7-day mark, the texture was almost completely gone. My nail was almost totally flat. The polish still looked okay, but it was just very flat and the texture itself was gone. I had very little chipping, very little tip wear. I think I started noticing tip wear on both times I wore the manicures. I noticed tip wear on like the 4th day maybe the third or 4th day. So you do get a couple of days where it's really good. I was really surprised with how little this polish chipped. The first manicure I had, I think, 2 teeny tiny chips that you could hardly even see after a week. And then the second time I wore it, I had 1 decent sized chip on my thumb, but that was because I was trying to get something open and I was having problems with it. So I would call that more my fault as opposed to the polish. But yeah, really, really impressed with these overall. I love the colors. I love the selection of the colors. I love the wear time. I love the formula. The dry time is also pretty good on these too, I have to say. It's not super long for them to be dry. I would probably give it a good 20 minutes, you know, for it to be somewhat dry before you start doing things. And another good thing kind of about texture polish in general is if you happen to get a smudge or you get a poke in it or something, as long as it's still a little flexible and a little tacky, you can kind of just push the polish around where you want it to go, and then it kind of looks like you never even messed it up to begin with, and that texture kind of helps with that, because, you know, it just kind of fills in those gaps. I have not tried applying top coat to these polishes, and honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to try applying top coat. I really, really like how these polishes look on their own. They're not super shiny. Obviously, they are, you know, a matte finish, but the colors in them make them so awesome, and the speckles give it the look that you want it to begin with. In my opinion, I don't think that these will benefit from being shiny. I think that they look awesome enough on their own and don't need the help from a glossy coat at all. I really don't have anything else to say about this collection. I really don't have anything bad to say about it. It is a very good collection in my opinion. I really suggest all of them. I can't even choose a favorite because I love all the colors so much that I really can't pick one over the other, which is odd and surprising because usually I can be like, oh yeah, I like this one more than the rest, but I love all of them in this collection. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video and that you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you like to see review videos and you want me to do more review videos, whether it just be on like a single polish or on like collections, or you know, there's all kinds of things I can do reviews on. So thumbs up if you want me to continue to do reviews on polishes. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. My blog and all my info will be listed down below for you. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and until next time, peace, love, and polish. Bye!